Lakers vs. Timberwolves. Luka Doncic was asked about previewing this series, and he said, quote, he's excited for the pick-and-roll matchup that he's going to have with multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year winner, Rudy Gobert. He's excited to match up with Rudy.
Nobody's ever said that about Dikembe Mutombo. Nobody ever said that about Dwight Howard. Nobody ever said that about Akeem Olajuwon. Nobody ever said that about Kevin Garnett. We've got to take away some of these guys' Defensive Player of the Year trophies. Rudy's got 4 of them things. And Luka is licking his chops at a chance to play against the T-Wolves, not because he thinks that the team has a good shot at coming up big against a youthful squad led by Anthony Edwards, not because he just can't wait to get back at a team that he beat last year in the postseason. No. He's licking his chops because of one specific man, and it's the Frenchman, Rudy Gobert. That has to count for something. Also, you remember when he teared up during the tribute, when he went back to Dallas, first time going back to Dallas with the Lakers, before he teared up, stepped on the court, spanked that tail to the sound of 45 points, and got the victory and walked out of there. They asked him what part of his tribute video hit him the most. What was the biggest tearjerker? In fact, it was my homie, Mike Kurt, Dallas Morning News, Dallas Mavericks beat writer, who asked him the question. And Luka said it was the step back jumper on Rudy Gobert when he was talking smack to him.
Wow. So they've got history.
He mentioned Rudy Gobert by word. You don't remember you do remember it. You probably just don't. Yeah.
I didn't connect one. Wow.
Yes.
He really hates Rudy Gobert and thinks that he is very low of a human being.
I don't even know if Luka hates Rudy, because there's guys that, like Draymond Green hates Rudy Gobert. He hates his guts. Hates everything he stands for. He obviously goes out of his way to talk down on him. And part of that is, I will say, 30 years from now, when we look back at the great defenders of this era, Rudy Gobert's going to have 4 Defensive Player of the Years, and Draymond's going to end with 1. Something don't sit right with me about that.
That's a good point.
And I think that's what Draymond's fault is in that whole situation. Luka don't hate Rudy. He actually loves Rudy. Luka loves playing against Rudy. He loves the moments he's able to create with Rudy. It's fun.
We have this simmering Europeans are soft versus the American basketball players.
Yeah.
They're on the same team there. You guys are on that
yeah.
world team versus the Americans. They're calling you soft. You should be kind of complimentary of one another. Like, it's going to be a tough matchup. He's won those awards for a reason. I'm looking forward to the challenge. That's what Luka should be saying if he was all pulling in the same direction like Rudy Gobert.
Luka Doncic, he does not respect Rudy Gobert. Most of the NBA doesn't respect Rudy, but he definitely doesn't respect him as much as you should respect the person with 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards. 4 times everybody got together, held hands, and said, who's the best defender in the NBA? They said, oh, that guy, that big tall guy with the Jazz. And now the Timberwolves. And Luka's like, I can't wait to see him trot out there on the court, his big floppy feet, trying to keep up with me. I can't wait to make him do the shuffle and the twister slide. Like, I'm embarrassed for Rudy at this point. And this is a guy who has done some pretty embarrassing things in his career. Remember how he started COVID?
Yes, he intentionally touched every single microphone in the press room when there were rumors about him being sick and contracting the coronavirus.
Yeah, huge pivotal moment in NBA. How about, do you remember when he was literally crying, tears of sadness because he didn't make the All-Star game? You probably don't remember that.
No, I didn't. I don't recall that one.
It was embarrassing. And I'm all for athletes crying, because you're supposed to care. These things are supposed to matter to you. He was crying, actually sad. Not mad tears, sad tears, because he didn't get voted into the All-Star game one year with the Jazz. Just saying, we've got to retroactively take away some of his Defensive Player of the Year awards. And I don't say that because I hate Rudy Gobert. I say that because I respect the rest of the NBA, and they don't think he's that good.
No.